You know, it's that time of year again where you look back at the progress you've made so far and you look at the road ahead. And what better way to prepare for the next chapter of your life than to indulge in this list? Because in this video, we're going over all the things you can do to make your next year the best one yet. Here are 15 one-time decisions that 100x your productivity, so you can get ahead and crush your goals. Welcome to A-Lux, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Starting off with one of our personal favorites, number 1, get yourself a whiteboard. There's a massive difference between what's inside your head and what you manifest into reality. One of our top productivity hacks is having a whiteboard where at the very top, we write our next big goal. The whiteboard sits in our office next to our workplace, so we can't miss it. Something incredible happens to your brain when you put things in writing. Taking an idea from your mind and committing it to reality is essential to progress. It allows you to take a step back and see what you're trying to build, very much like an architect or designer figuring out what could be improved. Number 2, don't try to remember everything. The main function of your brain is not to remember things, but to generate ideas that bring value to your life. So start writing things down. The notes function on your phone, it works fine and it's free. If you feel more hipstery, whatever, start carrying around a notepad with you and quickly put things down as they come to mind. When it comes to events or things you have to do, everyone successfully uses a calendar for a reason. We actually prefer the Google Calendar over the Apple one. Everything goes in there. One of the worst things you can experience is remembering you had a great idea, but not remembering exactly what it was. Well, a habit like this solves that problem. If you don't have pages upon pages of ideas written down, you're doing it wrong, my friend. Number 3, find your peak hours. Now, there are certain moments during the day where you're at the top of your game. These are called peak hours. Now, for most people, these happen during the morning. For others, maybe in the first half of the day. I know you might be thinking that you're a night owl. Okay, we thought we were too, until we actually compared our results and realized we just thought we were productive during the night. But 10:30 a.m. to about 2:30 p.m. is when we absolutely crush it. Once you identify your peak hours, block off 2 to 4 hours per day to be able to focus your attention in that time on things that truly matter. We'll talk about this more at number 11 on this list. Use your peak hours consistently for progress, and you'll never have to worry about getting shit done ever again. Number 4, prepare things the night before. Now, this has been one of the biggest productivity hacks that we use. Everything we prepare the night before gets done the following day. It's like a weird life cheat code. If you put your trainers by the door and tell yourself tomorrow morning you're going for a run, you're 4 times more likely to actually follow through. The fewer distractions there are between you and your goal, the higher the likelihood that you'll put in the work. So prepare things the night before, and you're halfway there, my friend. Number 5, 10 minutes of mind focus per day. Now, this was a true game changer for us. Every morning while having your coffee, spend 10 to 15 minutes looking out the window and defragmenting your mind. It's a combination between meditation and self-coaching. Think about your goals, break them down, get yourself motivated. People never think productively about their lives. Their minds are a continuous state of chaos and worry, so they never think with purpose. And when we realized this, we knew other people would immediately benefit from a practice like this, so we built something incredible. The A-Lux app does exactly this for you, and people are blown away by how impactful it is. Every day, you're delivered a coaching session designed to help you improve your relationships, mental health, financial wellness, and boost your intellect. There's even collections of lessons to help you get into shape physically as well. And the idea here is that you compound this knowledge every single day and your results out in the world will be exponential. And as an extra special gift from us to you, if you download the A-Lux app and scan this QR code on screen, you'll get 50% off the annual subscription. We want to make sure that 2025 is the year you finally make it happen for yourself, so we'll see you on the inside. But in the meantime, back to the list. Number 6, automate investments and bill payments. Because look, okay, we hate paying bills, doesn't everybody? It's boring, time-consuming, and a waste of our energy. So we automate everything. We set up recurring payments for all of our utilities and subscriptions. Once a year, we pull out a statement to make sure everything is as it should be. It takes us less than 2 hours a year to deal with all of it. This eliminates late fees and the annoying phone calls from the company where they check up on you to make sure you're still going to pay your bill or invoice. We don't want to deal with any of that, so we set up automated systems. And it's the same with our investments. In moments of market downturn, we don't want to wait and time the market. No, we set up recurring buys and even set buy parameters for our investments. If a stock drops by 10%, buy X amount. If a stock drops by 20%, buy Y amount. We are dollar cost averaging consistently. And this has brought freedom to our minds as we no longer refresh graphs to see what's happening. Unless we've got a plan for specific investments like buying real estate, a percentage of our income goes directly into the S&P 500. Number 7, put a cap on consumption. If given the opportunity, people will overly consume. It's been programmed into our DNA millions of years ago, and this applies to everything: food, drugs, entertainment, and more. Hundreds of thousands of years ago, if you found berries on a tree, you would eat all of them because you never knew if you'd be able to find berries again. This is why more people are now dying of obesity rather than hunger in the world right now. People are binge-watching meaningless entertainment they don't even enjoy. You make an effort to go to the gym, maybe eat clean all week, and then your friends want you to go out. All of those gains go away because of a reckless night of drinking. Now, we're not saying don't go out, don't watch Netflix, or don't eat tasty food. Just put a cap on it, okay? 1 glass of alcohol, 1 50-minute episode, 1 burger. It's the lifestyle that gets you the results, not the focused efforts for small periods of time. Number 8, quality over quantity. Now, there is an old saying that we really love, and it goes like this: when you buy cheap, you buy twice. And you can't afford to buy cheap stuff. You're better than this, okay? Install this mental model. If you can't choose between 2 items, then choose the one of higher quality. And this applies to everything in your life: furniture, clothing, food, etc. Increase quality as high as you can afford to. Number 9, no is your new default. Stop saying yes to everything and everyone. Stop taking more things onto your plate that are not your responsibility or serve you. You have a limited capacity for execution. Every time you say yes to something you don't want to do, you're saying no to things you actually do want to do. This is why most people feel like they're not pursuing the things they really want to pursue. They keep saying yes to bullshit. You don't get it, okay? This is your only shot at life. Time is limited, and it's passing by faster and faster. Saying yes now to social gatherings or new work projects will only lead to unnecessary decisions in the future. Unless it's a hell yeah, then it is a no. Number 10, have attainable, life-changing goals in place. Remember that whiteboard example we gave you? At the top, we add our next big goal. Then we deconstruct it, apply the ALUX framework, and start pursuing it strategically. Following a tested framework for success dramatically increases our chances of hitting goal after goal. You need to know where you're going, how you're going to get there, what tools you have at your disposal or need to acquire, and who is going to help you get there. Normal people just wish things were different. They all have a sort of vague plan about what their life will be like if by magic things got better, but successful people have a clear path to success. Number 11, 1 task to win the day. Now, people think you need to be superhuman in order to get things done that you want out of life. These people are wrong and probably maybe lazy. So here's the only thing you need to do. Every day, set one task that moves your life forward, but do it every day. What's a one thing you'll definitely do today that is progress? Not maintenance, not the regular stuff. These are just keeping you afloat. What's a one thing you'll do today that pushes you forward just a little bit? And then do it, okay? You're not winning the day unless the task gets achieved. Some days it could be the same thing, others it could be completely different, but find it, okay? We guarantee you that there is a specific task you can do every day that leads to progress. Once you find it and get it done, you can return to your regular life knowing that you're actually getting closer to that big goal. Number 12, work and study music. We can work without music, but we found that we're actually more productive with it. So here's how you do this, okay? Because you don't want to have to select songs mid-work because this is going to crush your focus. Music shouldn't distract you from what you have to do, so stay clear from songs with lyrics. Combine this into long-ass playlists and have them on repeat. Depending on what you're working on, we use hip-hop, instrumentals, or lo-fi music. The best song for productivity is the one that you never really hear. We're actually considering bringing focus and productivity music into the ALUX app since it's a pain in the ass to always find the right vibes. There are different moods for writing, trading, designing, writing code, and most of it is without proper scientific backing. But you know what? We should fix that and make it available for free. Number 13, food and cleanups. We love cooking, okay? But cooking is a culinary experience. We love cooking for our friends and loved ones. What we don't like is the time wasted with every single meal day in, day out. People spend 45 plus minutes a day sourcing and preparing their meals. Here's how we solve that. Grocery delivery. Once a week, we get fresh produce delivered to our house with everything we possibly need, including drinks and everything else. In terms of actual food, 5 days of the week, we have food delivered to our home. All meals of the day arrive at 8 a.m. This includes 3 meals and 2 in-between snacks, optimized for health and caloric consumption. We select the kind of cuisine we want, and it's all taken care of. These services are now available just about everywhere in the world. We do the same thing for cleaning our home. It's super time-consuming, and we have people coming in with professional products that get the job done in a fraction of the time it would ever take us. If you don't think that you can afford to externalize your meals, you can cook in bulk on Sunday. Try to eat the same meal every day or those weird meal replacement shakes. Otherwise, you'll just eat what's easy, available, and convenient. A pro tip here, don't eat within 3 hours of going to bed. You'll sleep way worse if you eat right before. We can thank Joe Rogan for this tip. Number 14, remove temptations from your life. Your success depends on setting the right environment. Very much like plants, some environments nurture us for growth while others keep us from achieving our true potential. You want to make an effort to not sabotage yourself. It might not sound obvious, but if you're trying to lose weight, don't leave chocolate on the dining table. You want to remove temptations from around you because early on your willpower is, well, kinda weak. You want to design your life so it comes easy for you to do the right things that help you to thrive. Most of the time, people take the bad action just out of boredom because that bad action is right there calling their name. And number 15, clothing. I don't know what to wear is one of those incredibly annoying things that people have to deal with. In reality, you're in this situation because you failed to obey the number 8 decision. Your closet is filled with low-quality products. When you have quality things, it's easy to find the right fit. There are 2 ways to go about this, okay? So you either go full Steve Jobs and basically wear the same outfit every day with tiny variations, or you Google capsule wardrobe and buy everything needed to last you for years. Capsule wardrobes are complete catalogs of pieces that go well with one another. They're easy to mix and match. This way you've got hundreds of potential outfits with roughly 30 pieces of clothing. The more minimalist the approach, the better. Either way, reduce the decision-making involved in getting dressed so you don't have to worry about it every day. Now, which of these 15 one-time decisions do you think will have the biggest impact on your life when applied? We're curious to see your perspective on this, or if there's anything to be added to this list. We know we left out a couple of good ones, so add them into the comments if they come to mind. And we know that some of you are still watching, so of course we've saved up a special bonus for you. Rest purposefully. Look, okay, here's the thing. You are not meant to be productive 24/7, 365 because you are not a machine, and, even machines that run non-stop, they eventually break down due to wear too. You need to learn to rest purposefully. Believe it or not, most people have no idea how to rest. They live their lives for the weekend, and when it finally comes after 5 days of miserable work, they try to fit in as much stuff into that weekend as possible. And they do the same thing with trips and holidays. If you've ever returned from a holiday feeling like you need an extra week to recover from that holiday that was meant to refill your batteries, you're doing it wrong, my friend. Highly successful people are like lions. You don't see the lion running around non-stop. No, that lion hunts purposefully. When the time comes, that lion gives the absolute best performance possible in order to take down the prey. Then they rest until it's time to hunt again. And this is the same strategy you will use to make big leaps in your life. But if the lion was exhausted all the time, it would starve to death. You need rest. You need to rest purposefully. You have to rest to refill your batteries, okay? So stop opening up new tabs in your mind. It's the same with your computer. It makes it run slower than it should. Rest your mind by closing the tabs you have open. Rest your body so it doesn't hurt all the freaking time. Only then will you be primed and ready for the hunt. If this opened up your eyes to what needs to happen, write the word hunt in the comments. Let's